Okay. I can never tell if we're live. I think we are. Hey, everybody. It's the 13th of December, 2023. We have two live coding sessions left this year. We've got today and we've got tomorrow. And we're continuing with the theme we've been following over the last few weeks. We've investigated a whole bunch of different ways to build transactions. Today, Piotr has a tour of what he's been working on, building a particular application and using Helios to do so. And Piotr, you said you've got both some smart contracts and transaction building all written in Helios?
Yes, that's right. Yes.
Incredible. Okay, that's something we haven't covered yet these last few months. So excited to get an intro to that today. And then tomorrow we've got Martin, who's going to continue on the Helios front and show us how that integrates with Game Changer. And Quasar came to Playground yesterday and said something I thought was really interesting. He said, maybe Game Changer needs to distinguish between its wallet and its development environment, which I thought was a really interesting thing because I'm starting to wonder the same thing. I find the dev the web-based dev environment that Game Changer provides, I think is incredible. And I don't need to use Game Changer Wallet in order to get the benefits of that. So, Martin, I'm excited for you to really take us into that and for us to be able to start thinking about Game Changer, not just as a wallet, but as a critical dev tool. You up for that? Cool. More generally, we're closing out 2023 and we're looking ahead to 2024. The course everybody's been taking is called Plutus PBL 2023. And so we're closing out this course right now. It's no longer going to be possible to mint learner tokens or to commit to assignments there as of the end of the year. And in 2024, we're going to release a new version of the course. But what's going to be different is that we're going to start branching into many different smaller courses. A focused course, for example, on Game Changer and Helios. Martin's got a Catalyst proposal for that, right? Smaller courses on maybe the Apollo libraries or the advanced features of Mesh that are rolling out right now. And so in order for all of this to happen, the work of course building and ownership is going to start to be distributed to different contributors. And so in January and February, we're really going to hit the ground running on that. And anybody who wants to get involved in building those courses is invited to take part in that. So if that's exciting to you, make sure to look forward to details for that. Any questions about those coming attractions or what's next for PPBL? All right, let's jump into the main event. Piotr, I'm so excited to get this tour from you. And we've got a great audience here of people who I'm sure are going to have some good questions. Should we go for it?
Yeah, let's do it. Um, so first, I would like to ask you, all of you, just one question so that I can better understand on what I should focus on. So I would like to ask you, why did you came to today's live coding session? Why, what would you like to, or what do you expect to learn from this session? If anybody, I mean, I would like everyone to express that, but whoever wants to start.
I'm here because every time I learn about a new way to build a transaction, it helps me just learn more about dApp development in general. So yeah, it's kind of like when you learn a different spoken language and you learn that different cultures have words for concepts that maybe don't exist in other cultures. But it helps you kind of build up your humanity. This in the very same way, whenever I see like a different way to handle transaction building, it raises my understanding of all transaction building.
That's good. Yeah. Martin,
Nick
I
says
see.
he's here to lurk.
Yeah, yeah, I'm working on this playground thing where Helios gets easily integrated into a game changer script, which makes it very easy to deploy with your wallet. So yeah, I have one contract where I'm using that with Helios, so I need to make more. So yeah, that's
Okay.
what is interesting for me. Because Helios has a very simple way of writing contracts, and yeah, I have now also a simple way of deploying it, so that makes it learning faster.
Thanks for that, Martin. I see Mix and
Yeah, but actually, just you being here, Piotr, can be enough good reason for me to showing up. You know, it's not every day that I see my dear teacher coming up with some new material and I want to learn. So, yeah, but besides that, I wonder two things. First, the state of Bonfire, and like because you know I have personal interest in your project. But the second thing is, I know that you wrote these contracts and these transactions with other technology and other libraries, with like Proteus, the contracts, and I think with Lucid or something before, or with Cardano Stabilization Library. But I wonder first, what was the journey to migrating from that tech stack to the new tech stack, and why? Like, what was the or why? What are the main reason for this migration? Thank you.
okay. I will hold this answer. I will just listen to what other people have to say, and I will come back to this. Okay. Okay, I see some people in the chat. Nick is here for the lurk. Okay. Okay. All right. I guess I can answer a question, Mix. So in a bonfire, as far as the transaction making, I only used Helios. I haven't used Lucid. I just went straight to the Helios library. Maybe you saw that I was using some other library to create the keys, like the wallet keys. Maybe that's what you're referring to.
Yeah, them and also the contract. I remember you wrote the contract already with Politis TX, but you decided to go with Helios, so off-chain and on-chain with Helios. And I wonder why, and first, of course, why, and then how was the journey?
So I see. Yeah, I was writing the contract in Plutus first, but I couldn't make it to work for some reason. Out of frustration, I just did some research on what are the other options that you can write smart contracts, and I found Helios, and I play with it a little bit, and it was just the syntax was so similar to JavaScript that I like it from the first go. So, but yeah, I haven't used PluTX. Maybe I don't know. Yeah, I haven't used. I don't know where did you get this from, Mix, but
I remember there was a repository. I don't know, was it in Gimbalab or something? There was a escrow contract for Bonfire, if I remember it correctly. Oh no.
there's a repository for the escrow contract. There's one version in Bluetooth which is not finished, and then another
Yeah,
version in Helios.
So yeah, I thought that like that one, I thought that you might fork it. I don't know. You are writing that on a private repository, but now, I mean, not now. Then later I learned that no, actually you completely migrate to Helios. So
Mhm.
yeah, first congratulations, really. It's really good that you make it work. But
Yeah.
now I'm more excited to see that what was not working in PluTX and now it works in Helios.
I can show you the contract definitely. To be honest, I I already forgot what wasn't working in the contract, but we can take a quick look at it.
I know the vibe wasn't working. I know, like it didn't smell good. You can't say that. I know. I can understand that.
It was challenging, that's for sure. Yeah. Okay. Can you see my screen?
And just I don't want to scare people, but the person who is saying the Plutus is challenging that use Vim as his IDE for writing code, not VS Code. So imagine someone's expert in Vim, and now he's saying the Plutus is challenging. So please, guys.
All right, Professor, stop heckling. Come on.
I'm not hating on Plutus. Yes.
No, I'm not saying, but I'm saying that look how challenging that is. For Vim, just quitting from Vim can be a really real challenge. Mr. Freeman.
Yeah. Oh, there's definitely some truth. Yeah. Okay. You guys can see my screen? Yeah, good. All right. Okay, then just let me just get rid of this. Okay, let's jump to the escrow contract, the old Bluetooth contract. It will be fun because I looked into this for quite a few times. Let's see. Okay, this is the Bluetooth contract. It was very simple. Actually, the first version was the version that we built the Gimbalabs. We all were working on this. That was, I think, a year ago. And then I just opened it up. I changed some code, and I was trying to make it to work, but I couldn't. I don't know. I remember there was something. There was something with, I guess, the value that was there. I was checking if the value sent to the to one party was enough, and yeah, it wasn't working for me. So I just gave up on this and I chose the Helios. But yeah, I mean, are you guys interested in like me explaining this validator, or because from what I hear from other people, I think the transaction making will be more interesting. Is it right?
From this version over to the version you built in Helios, are there functional differences in like the validator logic, or is it pretty similar?
This is quite similar, but I've added few some functionality to the Helios version.
Maybe maybe we don't need to go through this line by line, but for anybody who doesn't know the story of Bonfire, do you want to just tell us a quick, like, high-level view of what the DApp is supposed to do?
Sure. So the Bonfire, it is a mobile app which you can create an account, and the app itself, it allows you to create an event. An event is basically your time. So you're selling your time to other people. So it's like one user creates an event, which say it is an event that happens. I mean, event can be just a time that you're available. So you say, I'm available from Monday to Friday between 1 p.m. and 5 p.m. And then the other people, other users can go to the app. They can choose the time, and they can pay directly to the escrow contract, and you essentially it's like exchange of time. Someone buys your time, and that the crypto that he pays is locked in a smart contract, and it gets unlocked after the event, after the time that you bought.
And
That's
that kind of, it could be like for consultancy, right, from business to business, but it could also be really relevant to what we're doing right here with PPBL. Maybe you want to hire a tutor or a mentor for some help with something specific working through the course. I've always seen Bonfire as a complementary tool to some of the learning management stuff that we've been doing with Gimbalabs and Andamio. Because I think that once we do start creating lots of different courses, there's going to be a market for mentorship.
Oh, that's good to hear. I'm happy. Yeah. So okay. So I guess we can just jump into the Helios contract. Oh no. I was saying that we can instead do the transaction making, right? So let's do this.
Yeah, maybe a short and sweet, just look at what the Helios contract looks like, and you can tell us some highlights. But yeah, let's try to get to the transaction building too.
Yeah. That's this one. And so I put it in a JavaScript string. So in Helios, this is like a separate file. So when you in Helios, when you create a file, it's essentially your validator, and every like const are variables. So sorry, those are parameters. So you specify parameters, redeemer, the types, and the datum, and I could specify in different file, but yeah, I mean, this is not a super complicated smart contract, so I just kept everything in one file. So those are just helper functions here, and this is the main validator. So here I'm just specifying the variables, and this is quite interesting. In Helios, you can, if you have a redeemer with different types, different types, you can you can do like in JavaScript when you say the switch function, like you have many different versions types. So you can say redeemer switch, and then for my cancel redeemer, complete redeemer, I put everything in one block. And for example, the cancel redeemer is for users that want to cancel the event. So say I booked time on Friday, 2 p.m. For 1 hour session with James, and I just got a call from my mom. She needs me on Friday, so I want to cancel the event, and so I need to submit the transaction, and this is a function to check the total value of the event. Let's say there was a price put on 1 hour with James, and so this contract makes sure that this cost goes back to me, unless I am inside a cancellation window. So when you I can show you this in the app. So there are any questions, please, guys, because I don't want it to be a monologue.
So maybe my question would be, when you compile that off-chain and on-chain code, all of them will be in one file or no? Like you will get a separate on-chain file, which is the CBOR code of the code, and then separate off-chain file, or all of them will be in one file or one code?
It will be one file, and so the mobile app, which is really the JavaScript, it will have the string, which is this part, and then each time the app creates a transaction, it will compile this, transpile this string into the CBOR.
CBOR.
Can we look at that file?
It's this essentially. I mean, there's so in Helios you can. This is how you compile. So you provide the string, which is this, and I can show you guys.
So we have the advantage of using the plain code. The code itself inside the code is you can add parameters to it like easily instead of using this compiled CBOR, right? And I mean, please show the file which Adrian asked. But I wonder the performance as well, like how much this compilation, this program that new will cost, like not cost for CPU memory, not the execution part. I mean, the performance, the app.
That's a good question. I guess there is a simple way to check it. I know, because I haven't really spent too much time on like benchmarking and like checking the performance. Because like, you know, for me that was like, okay, I have two options, Bluetooth. I have more options, but like when I was looking at how much how much time I would like to spend on learning or implementing, then I had like two options, like Helios and Bluetooth. So I just pick Helios. But I guess I can show you I can show you guys the file.
Yeah,
It should
sure.
be a way. Let's see.
Because the other approach I've heard, which actually me and James and Edian were talking about this, is you compile the code, you get the CBOR, and then you inject your parameters, contract parameters, into the CBOR. So you don't need to compile again and again, but still you can insert your parameters, arguments, whatever number, in constant, whatever, inside the code without going through compilation again. So I wonder, have you tried that approach or no? Or
No, it's the first time that I hear that that's even
really?
possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think with Acane, with option, Helios, Proteus, basically the languages which they decide to not give wrapped Bluetooth core in CBOR, like the CBOR is not wrapped. So you have the option to change the Bluetooth core and don't break anything. But Proteus, the team decided to wrap it. So you can change it, but well, Adrian's trying to change it. They try to change it, but like for example, Cardano CLI doesn't provide anything to do that. So you have to put the contract parameters, whatever it is, integer, pub hash, whatever, at this code, plain and plain code of the contract. But with Helios or Acane, it is possible to compile it, have the CBOR, and then do the CBOR manipulation, like instead of code manipulation or something like that.
I guess you're right. Yeah. But like, what advantage would you get from say, like, say I get the CBOR or the Bluetooth core, and I need to put the variables into it. Like, I guess
Well,
it's more difficult.
to be honest, for some people, although we are in blockchain, although for example in Ethereum, once you deploy your contract, the whole code, like what we see right now, will be on blockchain. But in Cardano, people will see Bluetooth core, which is not the code itself. So one advantage would be you will again deploy the CBOR. So you don't need to paste your code if it is not open source, or if you don't want people to reverse engineer your app or dApp to find a smart contract code. So you can just put the Bluetooth core, aka CBOR, and just do all the transaction building and whatever with that CBOR. And the other would be performance, because I believe the program.new or with Aiken or with any other uh, smart contract compilation, it will take a little bit of time for compiling this every time and every time. And who knows that if, for example, we might want to add a parameter to this code and we reach an error. An error like, I don't know, like here the trace is 7, and what if there is a string more than 256 length? And what would happen? So the CBOR code probably would be more secure, I don't know, to be honest, and more safe or more private, and performance-wise better. But these are just, like kind of prediction or guess.
So you basically you're saying that there's a security, there's a potential of
Yeah, potential.
yeah.
Potential. I cannot say vulnerability, but maybe weaknesses, if we assume that.
Understand.
Whereas your Bluetooth core is basically obfuscated code. Like no one can make sense of that Bluetooth core. Even they try to reverse engineer. But yeah, let's see the file.
You know, just to add to this, the reason why I kept it like this was also to show people like, hey, this is contract. Like you can go here, you can preview it, and
Yeah.
you get exactly what you see. You know, like no magic, no nothing is hidden from you.
Yeah, that's fine. That's as I said, you are open sourcing. You are open sourcing all the advantage of open sourcing. Sure.
It's a really interesting trade-off and something that we should just start public conversations about, right? Like I can see the argument for Mix, what you're saying about obfuscation, but on the other hand, what Piotr's saying in terms of just saying, okay, here it is directly, right? And there might be different cases where you want to emphasize one or the other. It's yeah, let's present both moving forward.
And as I said, in Ethereum, you have to be transparent. Like there is no any other way. You have to put your code, plain code. Like maybe we hate Ethereum for whatever. I mean, but I believe this is really, really good. Whereas in Cardano, there is this option. You can publish your code or just pull it to score. But as I see personally, most projects, they decided to just not do it. They don't publish their code. They don't, like, although they are just saying, oh, open source, we support whatever, they don't. So I don't know, maybe one day we will decide to have these as a protocol level. Like you have to put the code itself. There's no another way. But yeah, thank you. Sorry. Continue, please. Sorry.
No, that's good. I think you're right. You know, there's definitely, and I think there's also some like when you are a business and you like this is your IP. This is your you know time and money that your developers put into it. You don't want to like share it like freely with anybody. You want to keep it for yourself. Like this is like a advantage for you. Not yeah. Let's see what's happening. And by the way, you know, I like this bonfire as of right now is it's almost ready to be deployed. I only have to add like a switch for testnet and mainnet so people can switch the network. But
Great.
yeah, but
So when bonfire token? When should we jump in,
I would say keep a look at your email, you know.
Oh, great. By the way,
day.
we registered for beta tester period, like month.
I know,
So,
you know, don't worry. I will
Great.
take care of it.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah. Let me delete this dummy account so I can show you. But the point I wanted to make is that you know this was like a first like a really quite complicated project that I was working on my own, and I made so much mistakes. Like I think I can write a book of things that you shouldn't do when you're building a project, a DApp. What do you guys think? Is
Write
it
all those things down so we can teach
hell
that
yeah? Yeah, I have all of it. Yeah.
What not to do when you're building an application. That's
Great.
awesome.
It's like, yeah.
Best.
You could do a Twitter thread about that. I think it would probably spread really well.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I don't have much followers, so.
No problem. Share your pain and you will get followers. Don't worry.
Oh, okay. Okay. Let's create a new account. And so you can, if you have a mnemonic, you can use the mnemonic that you already have, or you can create a new one. So I'm gonna just create a new mnemonic. Okay. And here I just have to provide the let's see here. Okay, then let's say I get 50 hour, and this too little. Let's get 500 per hour. Okay, but this is my mnemonic. Don't look at it. I'm gonna just copy it. So essentially in Bonfire, what the application can do for you is it can store this on the device. There's like a secure section in your device that gets encrypted, and you can only access it with your mnemonic. Sorry, with your biometric or your phone passcode. So this is like a device level security. So no JavaScript, no React Native, but yeah. Okay. And then I have to let's take a look at program. And by the way, if you guys are writing anything in the chat, I can see it. So I see some messages, but yeah, I can't see if there's any new message. So if you have any questions, just please speak up.
Okay. Yeah, Piotr. Hey, I was wondering, what's do you have a website or Twitter we can connect with?
If you want if you want to, because I don't have a website for this. I should probably have one, but yeah, another mistake that you shouldn't do. You know, but you can find me on Twitter. After the presentation, I will just paste a link to the Twitter, and if you want to stay up to date, then just follow me there. Okay.
Sounds good. Thanks.
Yeah. So, for the password. This is a password, by the way. If you want to make a transaction, then you have to provide the spending password. It's the same with like all the other wallets, the browser-based wallets or any other wallet. But this is, by the way, if you're on the beta list, and I can also share the link if anyone is interested and not yet signed it. I will share the list if you want to join beta beta tester link. But here I need to provide the code, and the code I need to get from my backend. And so I need to go to the backend and let's see. It's maybe not the best thing to do to show you my how my database looks like. I hope you guys don't have any bad info.
Just let me know if we need to chop the YouTube video because we are live streaming right now.
That's a good idea.
All right.
There we go. Oh, I need to. Oh man. All right. Good. Yes. So what do you guys think so far about the onboarding steps? Do you think it's complicated, or do you say it's okay? What are your thoughts? Yeah.
You get your code by email, or do you have to search your database?
The count for the beta testers installation. Do you mean how many people have claimed the?
No, just I was making a stupid joke. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry, man. I haven't looked at it. My bad.
Piotr, I think this onboarding process is awesome, and this pattern of giving people the option of using their mobile device as essentially their key that's going to resonate beyond this application. So I don't know if you've been talking to other devs who are doing the same or what network to hook up to there, but that alone is a huge step that's going to increase accessibility. Nice work.
Nice. Thank you.
Actually, but it does raise a question. Will you have like a regular reminder for people to actually write down their mnemonics? Like if I don't write it down the first time I use the app, can you remind me 48 hours later? Like, damn it, write these things down.
Yeah, definitely. So you would like to say, after you create an account, you would like to have like a reminder, hey, do you still have your mnemonic? Yeah. Got it. Okay.
So it is like a wallet, really? Only one wallet? Or is that like an intermediate step or something of an escrow account?
No, this is a wallet. This is well, this is an app which you can see your assets, transactions. You can send funds. You can receive them. You can talk to the smart contract. All the stuff that you do with the normal wallet, you can do with this one as well.
And so those mnemonics can be imported into any other existing wallet, right?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
What about coming the other direction? If I already have a browser wallet that I use and I have the mnemonics for that, can I enter those into Bonfire to start my account?
Yes, you can. If you have a mnemonic, you can just put it there, and it will work just the same way.
And it won't break anything if I have a bunch of other tokens and junk in my wallet.
No, it will be all good. Yeah. Well, I hope it won't break. I made my best to check every detail. So from my side, I can guarantee that it will work as expected. Yeah. And so if you're on the beta tester list, if you want to be my first users who aren't afraid of potentially losing few ADA on a bad transaction, which I hope won't happen, but you know, you can sign up on the beta tester list, and you will get a token sent to your wallet, and this will give you free access to Bonfire for 6 months. So no cost, 6
Are we
months.
talking about losing mainnet ADA or test data?
Depends.
I'm more willing to lose test data personally. Can't speak for everybody else.
Me too. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, there's so many things I would like to show, but I know that we haven't yet got to the
Oh,
transaction.
yeah, can you show us the first transaction? So now we have this test user with the application open. And what's the first transaction the end user is likely to make? Maybe you show us this in the app, and then we can look at the code for building it.
Yeah. So say, well, this wallet actually doesn't have much funds.
Is that a testnet wallet?
It
Do
is.
you need some? Can I send some Tada over there?
Please, if you can.
Yeah, I got you. And Erez has a hand up.
Yeah, I was just thinking about this discussion and regarding onboarding and getting people to add new wallets and things like that. And I personally, I love music and going to like live shows and things like that. And I was reminded of how at Coachella a few years ago, they had like a hologram of Tupac. And I was thinking how they could do something with like a hologram, like a QR code or something. And bam, you have like 50,000, 100,000 people that are at the concert right there that can get direct access to onboarding. It was just something I was imagining. And then also regarding test data, I was wondering if there are any test data whales, or if there's like ever one, is there any limit to that? If there's ever going to be like, I don't know, people, I don't know, hoarding it or whatever, or trading it. It's just a thought.
There are some people who would claim that, the pre-prod testnet is a public blockchain just like the mainnet, and therefore those tokens do have value, and there might be some incentive to hoard them. The thing to remember is that with any group of people can decide to respin a testnet anytime. Right. So if that problem ever did get out of hand, one of the likely outcomes is that people would just make a new test net, so that's always an option. And when that happens, right, you lose the ability to persist all of the data that's there over time. And so that might be the biggest difference between any like pre-prod preview test nets and mainnet, is that mainnet, we have a sufficient incentive not to restart the network, and therefore to know that things are going to be stored there for the long term. Whereas those test nets, this is everything we've done with Plutus PBL 2023, for example, is on pre-prod. And so all of the datum that we've stored there would be lost next time pre-prod is respun, right? And so I think that's a really good way to frame that work. To your first point, that's actually quick history. This application idea came from early conversations at Gimbalabs about event ticketing. We thought, okay, look, we want to learn how to build dApps on Cardano. Let's think about ticketing as a use case. We did a whole bunch of system building work to think about what an event ticketing system would entail. And as we did that work, we realized, okay, what's the simplest event you can build? Oh, the simplest event you can build is a one-on-one meeting, one person and one person getting together. And that's exactly what Bonfire is doing. So this is kind of the base case of what could grow into a bigger event ticketing system. But that gets us into legacy world challenges, right? Who's to say that people would want to use this app? Would we be able to hook up with, global ticketing systems to the point where there's a sufficient user base for an app like this? So that's the main reason we didn't try to push the event ticketing part too hard. The real world part of it is really where most of the challenges are. But at least we've got the tech built here for this base case. And maybe someday somebody can run with it, or maybe Ticketmaster is going to pay Piotr a nice chunk to buy the tech from him.
It sounds like I was the only one that was foolish enough to proceed with this app. Yeah. No, that's good.
No,
Yeah.
so glad you did, man. This has always been a priority, but just not quite the highest priority given everything else that's going on. So I'm so glad you're driving this work. Thank
No,
you.
I get it. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. And I wanted to add to the question from Eris. So, a question like about the testnet. Like if you look at the testnet, like the testnet that was before the pre-prod preview, I don't think it's still available, right? Or is it? I see, James, you're talking, but you're on mute.
Oh, sorry, talking to Jingles.
Okay. All right. So let's see. We were going to make some transactions. So I have 100 ADA in my wallet, and now I have to look for an event that only needs ADA. Okay, so I don't have any. Okay, I'm gonna create a new event here from this account, and I'm gonna switch to another device, and I'm gonna buy the event. So I'm gonna
And so
create.
this is actually a transaction, right? Creation of an event would be the first example of a transaction that we could look at.
Not yet. No, it will be off-chain. This will be
Oh,
stored off-chain.
okay. Event listings are stored off-chain. That is more cost effective.
Mhm.
Very cool. Okay. That's we'll want to clearly explain that if we ever show docs or really get people into this. That's great to keep in mind.
So when you create a new event, you can specify the title, and this will all be visible for people who look for events. And they look for new things to explore. And so we can say title, we can provide a short description, you can say this is private or public. And here you can specify the cancellation window, and this is essentially the time that is calculated from the start of the event. Say there is an event at 2 p.m., so 24 hours from the start will be the day before. So the day before at 2 p.m. starts the cancellation, and in this window, the person who cancels needs to pay, say, 20% of the total cost, or 50%. You can say whatever you want, but yeah, that's something you can specify, and you can specify the tokens that you want to be charged, that you want people to be charged. And actually, in my code I can I don't know, there's so as a default, I would like to have gimbals. I would like every user to go through this step and see that they can use gimbals to charge. I can show you this. So over here, I'm gonna uncomment this. And, I get undefined. Okay. All right, but yeah, this is not what I want for this case. But just to show you guys that if you have gimbals in your wallet and you don't know what to do with them, just create an event. Yeah, ask people to pay you with gimbals. It's one way to use them. Okay, so going back to this. Just to go through this quickly.
Question?
Yeah.
Do other people need to have the same? They also need to have Bonfire installed.
As of now, yes, they do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what happens if you create this event? Do you need to invite them or?
Yes, you can. I can show you in a moment. You can copy a link. You get a link and you send it to them. They open it in the device and it will navigate to the event that you created.
Cool.
Yeah. So here just this is the place where you specified the time window in which you would like other people to book the time with you. So I say 2:30 to 4:30, and then 1 hour minimum, 2 hours. There you go. This is time. And then you can even put image for the card, event card, if you would like. I'm gonna just skip it. You can change the colors. And over here, yeah, you put a note for your users. So let's say there is somebody who doesn't know you and he just booked the event with you. So he will see a message that, hey, thank you for booking time with me. Like just something so that he can connect with you. Anything you would like to share. So I'm gonna say, hey, thanks to get in touch. That's something that you want to put here. And voila, this is your new event. So this is your main page, and you see the active events, which are here. Your booked events. Those are events that you booked with someone else. So you as an attendee. And the scheduled section. This is where you see the events that Oh, sorry. So scheduled are the events that someone else booked with you, and the booked are the events that you are booked with some other users. And so I created an account, and now I'm gonna switch to the different device. So I'm gonna close this. Mm. I'm gonna open a new device.
Does the event get uploaded as a smart contract? Like,
No, it's just the database record.
yes.
Mhm. Oh, by the way, James, do you want this 100 test ADA to send you back, or can I hold it?
You know, I would really like to be paid that for a test event as soon as we're ready for testing.
Okay.
So hold it for that.
All right. Mm. Let's see. No, that's not good. I have another account which so this account doesn't have any funds neither.
I mean, this is so real what you're showing us right now, right? What's the hardest part of building a decentralized application? It's usually not the on-chain parts. You can learn how to write a validator and you write it and you've got it once. But man, testing, it's all the same old problems as Web 2. So thank you for showing us the attention to detail that's required to actually get the thing working. And don't sweat it. Take your time.
Thanks. Yeah. It's definitely challenging as there are more components that you have to think about, as opposed to like Web 2 application. I would say like, and this is one thing that I learned that is actually good, and I wish I was doing this from the very beginning. And it is if you have if you're trying to make something, but you don't know anything, like you know very little about how to even start, and I would suggest focus on the biggest unknown. The biggest unknown will reveal for you so many new things that you haven't even thought about. Like this was such a game changer for me. So just yeah, if you find it, if you want to try it, do it this way. You will regret. Yeah. Was thinking about. I'm gonna just try something else very quickly. Um, Because I basically, when I was working on this, I was using the same wallet just to not have to create the new wallet every time. So I have a wallet which has a bunch of tokens, and I'm trying to get the access to it. So please, give me just a second. I'm gonna try to reproduce it.
What are you using here? Is it like a React app on Android or?
Yeah, yes, this is the React Native application.
On Android. Oh,
Correct, yes.
is that something that is inside the Android Studio, or do you need to have some kind of add-on or?
No, you can, if you download the Android Studio, you can download any, well, not any, but yeah, any available Android emulator. And you can run it. You can write your application. You can, because the React Native app you can use on the iOS and Android, and so what I was about to say. Oh yeah, if you can develop Android native applications, then you can also do it from here.
Oh,
Okay, I messed something up. Let's see if I can fix this. By the way, how much time do we have left?
I think 15 minutes.
10 minutes?
15.
15 minutes. Okay.
1-5.
Okay. You know what? I think I'm gonna just show you the code for the transaction making, and yeah, maybe next time I will prepare myself better, so that we don't waste time on this, because like I don't want to waste yours time. I know that watching someone fixing bugs isn't so interesting. Okay, let's jump to the transaction making stuff. So so this is a file which holds the wallet creation and the transaction constructing logic. So everything that's related to the transaction making, like sending a normal transaction, sending a locking transaction, unlocking transaction. Everything is in this file. And if you guys didn't saw Helios, the Helios syntax before, that this is essentially how you make the transaction with Helios. I think it all looks kind of similar. Like there isn't much things that you can do differently. So this is the send regular transaction. So all the parameters for the address, the UTXOs, the signing key, and I just need to construct the addresses. The collateral, because the bonfire, essentially, if your wallet doesn't have a UTXO with 5 ADA only, it will prompt you to create a split transaction for a collateral UTXO. So if just so that you don't yeah, if you see in the qualifier that is asking you for a split transaction, that's just know that this is not normal. So this is the place where I construct everything, add my inputs, the outputs, valid from, to, and I finalize it, submit it, and return. And this is, for example, send locking transaction. And this is this is essentially the transaction that's happening when you buy buy event with someone else. This is the one where you have to provide the datum, the inline datum in this case. The outputs, the collateral, basic stuff. I don't know, do you guys, what do you guys think about this? Because I really don't want it to be like me talking about this.
Yeah, Piotr, hey.
Hey.
I just want to share a thought about debugging pauses and the philosophy of those kind of moments. It made me think of a lot of the times where during those moments, a lot of really great conversations and inspiration has come about, and especially here. So I appreciate those moments sometimes. It kind of adds to this like element of magic, spontaneity that can come up, and who knows what direction the conversation will lead to. That's one of the things that I really enjoy here. So there are some benefits to it, I guess.
Thanks. Yeah, this is so true. Yeah. To be honest, I this is actually maybe not. This is not something that I should do, but I didn't prepare myself for this session. I was like, all right, let's see, let's ask people what they want. It's all the VS
Yes,
Code.
very good. That's really good to hear.
So yeah, I'm just thinking. Oh, maybe I can show you guys how to preview your mnemonic from the application. Is that even interesting to you guys?
Definitely.
Yep.
If you can show more about how you can start installing a React Native app, that's also very interesting for me.
How to install? First, you type in the console, you open up the terminal, you say npx React Native init, I guess, and then you provide the name of the file. So I say Bonfire version 2, and then you get the repo, the React Native repo, and you open it up. And depending, do you have Mac or do you have like Ubuntu or Windows?
I use Ubuntu.
Ubuntu. Okay, so you'll download the Android, the Android Studio. You have to. You basically. So the best way to do it the right way from the beginning is to go to the React Native documentation, because it's getting updated every new release of the React Native, like the major version. So I think it's best to like go to the React Native documentation and then just follow every step. It's really easy. Like if you follow each step, it's really quick and smooth.
Oh, React Native is just for Android and iOS. Ah, okay.
Uh-huh.
Cool. That's nice. Yeah, very easy.
And if you have an idea of an application, just hit me up, and if I can help with anything, just yeah, shoot me.
So, Piotr, are you suggesting you are free for another set of pain, suffering, aka challenges?
I'm definitely up for challenges. I don't know if I'm up for suffering.
Great to
Yeah.
hear.
Would you like to join?
Well, I have my own. Maybe I can bring you to in, you know.
Let's talk.
Sure,
We can all suffer together.
indeed. But great presentation. Thank you. I'm really
Yeah.
happy to see that actually the product is finished. And I think we are going to test this in coming weeks, or I don't know, next year.
Um,
When do we have an access? Yeah.
you know, there's time that is needed for the app to be reviewed by the Google App Store and the iOS Store.
Okay.
And I don't know how long would it take during the holiday season. Maybe it will take longer than usual. So it usually, from what I read, it usually takes like 2 weeks, 1 to 2 weeks. So I guess, I mean, I would say very soon, very soon.
That's great. But do they understand Web3 application? I mean, mobile application? Like there is built-in wallet here, seed phrases. There is actually built-in a smart contract in it, like all this thing, or no? Like they have some Web3 Cardano expert or something? Or no, they don't care. They care about other stuff.
I have no idea. So I mean,
Exactly. No problem. Let's find out. Well,
I
that's
mean,
really great. That I think, to be honest, it's one of a kind as well. An application first, it is mobile application. I mean, we don't have that much mobile gap, as far as we know. And the other two thing is it has built-in wallet, so it is not dependent on some external wallet. And this third is it has built-in a smart contract code in it as well. So yeah, kudos to you. You just pulled this out.
thank you. Thank you.
Piotr, I wanted to ask if you've contacted any of some of the Launchpad projects, like GenZex or like what's the other one, like Connecta, that are building on Cardano. Maybe they can help to take it to the next level.
I haven't yet, but I will definitely do it. So thank you for the suggestion. Yeah, and thank you, Mix, for your kind words. It's
No, it's
it
all
makes
right.
me
Thank you, but it is honest word, and I'm saying that maybe other apps can learn one or two from you. not just the technology stack, but how you approach this. As you said, like just look at to the abyss, learn from it, and as you will find new and crazy stuff in that void. But as Eras pointed out, I think you are in a stage that I don't know, you might need a team or I don't know, some people in order to bring your application to next level. Which I really hope you will find right people, definitely right, I don't know, places. But
Oh
if you
man.
need any help, yeah, just I don't know, we can brainstorm in. We can have instead of live coding session, we can have a live PR session.
Man, I will. This will make me so happy. Yeah. Hey, this started in Gimbalabs, so let's keep it with let's keep it here. Like this is
Yeah.
the home of the bonfire.
Another child, offspring of Gimbalabs.
Yeah, brother.
Andamio has a brother or sister. I don't know, should we call each other brothers?
Yeah, you need some new language for that. I
Yeah.
like it.
Cool. Well, I think we come to the end of this live coding. And so I would like to thanks everybody who showed up today. It was I really enjoyed talking about bonfire. And yeah, I hope I wasn't too boring. And I hope that you guys were able to
Thrilling.
enjoy it.
Incredible.
Cool. Okay. I don't know how much time do we have? Like, I can.
We can wrap up now. Yeah, we're kind of right at time right now. But this is great. And yeah, like Mix is saying, this points to additional structures, right? When we're looking at not just transaction building in a given framework because we want to learn about it, but we're looking at the context of an application that's so much better. And so let's try to have more examples like this one in the new year. But let's also see how a space like this can serve an application like yours. I'll tell you, Jingles is visiting today, and he was watching your presentation and saying there's a few people he wants to introduce you to. So
Oh, way.
yeah, we'll follow up.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Maybe Bonfire will be part of the infrastructure for the Cardano 2024 summit. Who knows?
Let's hope for it. I mean,
Make it happen.
to be honest, the thing that will make me most happy will be to make other people's lives better. Like if this app can make somebody else business more effective, they can make some money, you know. That will really make me like wow, I accomplished my goal. Yeah.
Amen. I love that.
On that note about the Cardano Summit, it reminded me that they were doing these bonfire summit meetings that were kind of like intimate conversations between some of the leaders at IOG and other people in the community. And I was thinking it would be an interesting way to potentially, I don't know, intersect your project with what they're doing. And I was kind of disappointed with how they had like a bonfire meeting, but it wasn't really a bonfire. It was like this, like, I don't know, TV with a bonfire in the background. I think they could have done a little bit better job. Maybe a real bonfire or something.
That'll be more cool. Yeah. Just last thing before we finish this. I know I think Eris, that was you asking for the Twitter. So I'm gonna just paste my handle in the youth if you want to like stay up to date or anything. Yeah. Whoa. So tomorrow, Martin, are you ready?
Not at all.
Improvising.
We're halfway.
It's a great move to come without an agenda, right? You know some things you want to show people, you jump in, and when you don't have an agenda, you're more likely to listen to the questions that people ask, right? So it's great. Thanks for modeling that. I know you might feel like you were unprepared, Piotr, but it's beautiful what you did, and you got a good conversation going.
Thank you. Thank you.
So we pick it up tomorrow. We'll see a little bit more Helios, and then we'll think about, well, what to do next. Cool. All right. Thanks, everybody. Till tomorrow.
Thank you, everyone. Take care. See
Thanks.
you.
Watching this recording, find us Wednesdays, Thursdays, plutuspbl.io/live coding. You can get the details. And these videos are at the Gimbalabs YouTube channel. See you soon.
Have a nice day, everyone.